Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today, going in a little bit of a different direction. Clearly, as you can see behind me, we bought a boat. I was going to make this a video where I don't talk about the cost until the end, but it's probably going to be in the thumbnail. So, we spent $8,000 for this boat. And before I go any further, you can already see the condition of it. The bottom paint clearly needs to be redone. So let's start walking around the boat. That's the Durango, so that's our tow vehicle. And there's Benny, he's hanging out. It's a 2001 Bayliner 2655. It's got a single 5.0 Mercruiser engine with the Alpha 1 outdrive. Came with this beautiful trailer, and like I said, we spent $8 grand on it. There were a number of boats that had everything I wanted. This one did not. I'll talk about where the price started and where it got to in a minute, but they all range from about $9,000 to $15K was where I would have felt comfortable. All the other ones had the full cockpit enclosure, which is what I wanted. Knowing that those cost about $3,500, that had to factor into the cost of any boat I'm buying. So all those other boats had them, but some of them didn't respond. Others were a little farther than this boat, but I did want to take on a project, so this was the biggest project boat. As you can see, also the paint is oxidized everywhere. There's no gloss left to it at all, so we're going to address that in a couple different ways, but those will be in upcoming videos. Obviously the first video is just going to be to clean it, try to get as much oxidation and some of the mold off of it, some of the the oxidation that's kind of come onto the windows. That should scrub off pretty easily. One of our first videos as well, I'm going to lift. I've got some RV jack stands, and I'm gonna have to go pick up some blocks, I think, and we're just gonna lift up part of this at a time, like the back, lift up the back, and then get as much of the bottom paint back there as possible, and then move on to the front. So that's going to be a trip. But yeah, let's keep moving. I have a purpose for this boat, and the other thing that I didn't mention is that this boat has to be ready to go in about 2 weeks. So almost 3 weeks. I'm going to take this boat up to Northern Virginia and put it in the water. So hopefully between now and then, so in the next 2.5 weeks or so, we can put it in the water here and give it a little trial. But yeah, we haven't planned that yet. So some of the things that just to point out right off the bat, problems with the boat. This, I've already got some of these located on Amazon, but this little mount here is cracked. Doesn't really affect the integrity. This rub rail is just ugly and worn out, cracked in some places, popping out. So probably going to replace that. All of the decals, those pinstripes are tore up. The Ciera decal is missing half the letters. Bayliner's missing some of the letters, so all that's going to come off. It's just got to go. The horn up there doesn't work. So I've got a chrome chrome one ordered. I haven't seen these running lights work yet, but I've got some in the cart on Amazon. Once I find out what they look like, or how these work. But the other thing is, I haven't put in the auxiliary battery yet, so it only came with one battery for starting the engine. So I got the marine battery for the rest of it. But yeah, everything else is in good shape. I did see a video of it running when I bought it. I did buy it without a test drive. It was on the jack, or on the trailer. I did hear it crank over, so he did crank it just for 1 or 2 revolutions, so nothing big. This is where it was. It was in Surf City, North Carolina. So this was not too far away from us, so we had to drive down and get it. Yeah, there's another spot on the front I didn't show you here, but yeah, there's a couple little spots where I gotta already back here where I've got to fix the gel coat. I've got a little patch gel coat for that, but not too much at all. Or I've already ordered the bottom paint, so yeah, that's going to be fun. But yeah, again, this Ciera is in a little bit better shape, but not great, and all that other pinstriping, and then this Bayliner also missing parts of it. So yeah, that's the shape of the outside. Let me get up into it. I still have the boot on my foot, so it's fun getting into it. So let's get into it, and then we'll talk a little bit more about what we got going on. All right, yeah, we'll start in the engine compartment. First thing, the hood struts are blown. So already ordered a set of those, so this thing can hold itself up. Like I said, I heard it crank, so yeah, I saw a video of it running. So it's a decent running boat. The it sat for 15 years. So it was purchased by the person I bought it from. His family owned a boat. They were the second owners, from what I understand. They put it on some fresh water, and then it sat for 15 years. There was a death in the family. He got the boat. He spent about $2,000 just on engine work to make sure it was running before he put it up for sale, it seems like. So bellows were replaced. The carburetor was rebuilt. The impeller was replaced. So some of the main things on this engine were replaced. That was good. But a great person to deal with. So the sale was good. He wasn't able, and I'm not holding it against anybody, to replace or to empty the black water tank. So I bought some components, and I'm going to do it at home using some of my RV skills, an at-home black tank extraction unit. So we'll see how that goes. You guys will go along for the ride when I do video that. But yeah, that's the engine compartment. Everything doesn't look too bad. The air conditioning water pump was replaced. He said he never had a chance to test that out, so we'll have to figure that out. I've got that'll be its own other video. I've got a plan to try and get water to the strainer without cutting into these, because there's lines down here you can cut into. Might be hard to see down here, but they are pretty sturdy lines. So to put valves in the middle of those, I found I think an easier way. Hopefully it's an easier way that other people would enjoy. But yeah, water heater, no generator on this one, so maybe I'll have to go solar. We'll see. The fuel sending unit's gonna have to be replaced. The gauge doesn't work, so that's another one. But let's do a walk around up top here. The this is, you know, the condition back here to start with. We got an outdoor shower over there. The seats, this one definitely needs to be reupholstered. Got a hole there, you know, a little bit weather worn here, another hole over that way. Just really needs to be cleaned. Like I said, one of the most important parts of this, was going to be the camper cover. I do not have a camper cover, but we did order a Amazon special bimini, and then I did find from a 96. This is a 2001. I found the side curtains, and so the side curtains come from about here, I think, down, and then the back curtain, and it looks to be pretty close. The number of buttons were the same, so we'll see how it goes with those buttons. But I may have to put in some zippers and modify the bimini, but I'm ready for that. So one of the other things he did leave us, it's not in great shape, is a carpet for this deck. You see here that it's got all the buttons for that deck, but I don't like that, so I think I'm gonna I actually have ordered the teak wood look floor for this. It's not super inexpensive, but it's nice. So that's all been ordered for this. So it's gonna transform the whole part of this boat. That'll be its own video, since that's gonna come at a later date. You know, under here we got the battery switches and a little bit of storage. Nothing too crazy. One of the big things here also is this cockpit area is just a mess. This is going to be also its own video. Some of these components are ordered and should be here in the next week or so. So, you know, I'll just I'll just take you for a tour. You can see, this is probably, the best part um, of the whole boat, the whole panel here. It's pretty rough. Obviously, keeping it in the sun has not helped. So if I can build a canvas cover for this, I think that's another plan. Is a canvas cover that is always going to be on this. Maybe a few buttons or something. We'll see how that goes. But this definitely needs a canvas cover, something to protect it, because the steering wheel is pretty gross. We'll see if that cleans up. It's not coming off in your hands, but it definitely does not look great. The radio, the antenna is not hooked up, but it does turn on and seem to get some type of static. So I think it kind of works. Maybe these buttons, I'm not even going to touch them. The rubber just peels off. So I've got some replacement buttons coming. I bought a different steering wheel. We'll see if it works. I also bought some basically a wood look wrap that will go on top of these. So we will see how it goes. Also, the plan for this is, I think I said I bought these replacement buttons. You can just get the button covers. Apparently extremely easy to change, and then stickers. So once this is covered up, you should be good. We should be all set. And then the gauges look decent, so I'm not gonna do anything with the gauges right now. I think without that other battery in here, I couldn't see what the lights, what the gauge lights look like. But if I want to, I might upgrade to like a blue gauge light or something like that. And then up there, the compass is broken. I didn't even look at one of those, but I need to go online and check on the price for the compass there. So pretty simple to open the hatch, and we'll go ahead and check out the cockpit. This is one of the big reasons I bought this boat. Oh, look at that! I didn't know that one's broke too. So I'll either order that or I'll go on to go to O'Reilly. All right, now that we're down inside, the interior of this boat is not in that bad of shape. So that's one of the main reasons I bought this boat, because the interior did not need a ton of work. So it looks good. The other reason, so talking price, this boat was listed for $12,000 bucks. There was a good number of boats listed for, I don't know if I said this before, but if I did, you get to hear it again. Between $9,000 and $15K. The other boats in that price range they were close by, and these were within an hour of my house. There were others in that price range that were 3, 4, 5 hours away that were just like this one. Just a few boats though. They just had the U dinette, so no separate dinette separate from the forward berth. So they were one and the same. So that was a selling point that I wanted because of the boats. Because of the bimini and everything else, I offered $8,000 for this boat, and it's like I said, it started at $12K. So they did accept. I was surprised that they didn't negotiate. Maybe they had a lower price in mind, and I could have talked lower. But 8 was about where I was comfortable with the work I need to do, and the interior being in the shape that it is. I mean, you could smell there's a hatch back here under the rear berth, the mid berth that's open. The engine compartment, so you kind of smell the fuel a little bit, but not too bad. And then the black tank is clearly present. So like I said, we're going to take care of that. But the headliner, we'll start with. The headliner is in great shape, so that was awesome. I know those are when I've heard someone in particular say if the headliner's not in good shape, just run. So it's in good shape, so no need to run. Once I get looking at all this, we'll look at all these lights and see if we can, if we need to replace them, put some LEDs in here. Probably an easy, cheap job, but not bad at all. And again, there's a streak back there, but I don't know if that's wet. It's been raining, but I think that's been there. So if it feels wet, I'll figure that out. But I think I don't think there's anything back there. The chain, anchor chain compartment up there looks good. You got all the other cushions to turn this into a full big bed, which I'm not too concerned about making this a huge bed. I can already fit here by myself, which is good. And if the wife is joining me, then if we take out this backrest here, we've got, which I think the backrest is the base here, then we could both fit there and still leave the table up and leave this part of the dinette. So that's great. That was what I wanted to do. So if I've got anything here, if you want to eat, leave your computer, do some work, do anything, and still have the berth, that is a good plan, and one of the reasons I wanted this boat. It is equipped with AC, so here's the AC controls there. I'm going to definitely replace this microwave. I made an RV video of putting the microwave that has the convection and toaster oven built in, so I think I'm going to look at that one. It's about the same size. You've got some good storage down here, so than those better than those typical V berths, but not a whole lot more. So not too bad. It does have the one burner alcohol stove. Who knows how much we'll use that. More storage here, a little storage back there. Outputs for the AC. The sink seems fine. A few things they've left behind with the boat as well. And then here is the rear berth. Like I said, we are going to do a good deep clean. The carpets are in pretty good shape. They just need to be vacuumed and cleaned, but not bad compared to others that I saw online. That cushion back there needs to be cleaned up. We'll see how good that comes clean. And then here's the rest of this rear berth and the source of the fuel smell. I just haven't gone back there and closed that door up. I think some of those little latches need to be adjusted, but otherwise, we're doing well here. And this also is in pretty decent shape. So yeah, a couple little spots here from maybe a couple mounting points that are just barely dripping, but not bad. We'll take a look or seal those up. So we've got two transfer and dockside, line 1 dockside master, and then line 2 dockside master. So obviously I need to buy a splitter because line 1 dockside master, when we have the accessories range, refrigerator, air and heat, will not do the battery charger, microwave, water heater, receptacle. So at least another cable. This only came with one cable, so I need a second cable or a splitter. So we need that, and then I can fire this thing up and run some of these things. I think the transfer is going to be there is an inverter, so I think the inverter will run these things, but it's not going to run the range, refrigerator, air and heat, those types of deals. Oh, and the refrigerator is down here. So very small refrigerator. So obviously we may, work on there we go. An idea for what to do. It's got a small ice make? No, just an ice make. So this thing needs to be cleaned out as well, but it's got a small freezer there, small fridge. Should be, I think it's a 12 and 120 volt fridge, so we should be good to go there. And then here's the head. It's a traditional wet bath. We've got some storage back here. Keep it dry. There is a small shower curtain here, curtain rod to protect the door. Since the door is not sealed with the lip here, but the have to work that around or replace it if I don't like it. But the faucet there does come out. And a little more storage down below. So everything just needs to be cleaned a little bit. Toilet paper holder, and this is the water pump for the shower. Actually, I don't know if that's a water pump. I think that's the bilge for the shower. So the shower will have a bilge, and it's got a 110 outlet. It looks like it needs to be, the cover needs to be replaced. So no big deal there. Towel rack. So yeah, this will be a handy little head to have. I don't know how much you'll use the shower, but it's there. It's got a nice setup. So yeah, that's the setup of this boat. Like we said, oh, look at that, it's pretty dirty. That's growth. So yeah, lots of cleaning to do. That'll happen today or tomorrow. I'm going to probably have a video in and of itself cleaning this boat. I have some clear coat, and I think I'm going to do clear if I can't get, I'm not going to try and buff the sides, the top, if it doesn't look like it's going to buff out, and especially if you're going to take down most of that clear coat, most of that that wax that's already built in there. So I'm going to, I've got a plan for the outside that you'll see that in a video when that comes, for the painting and the cleaning and the whatever else we're going to do. We are going to paint clear the parts of it that will be exposed. So we're going to do that in its own thing. First thing is going to be to clean this boat. Second thing is going to be to hook up the muffs, start this engine, see how she runs, because that's going to be important for, obviously it's a boat, it's important for that. And then pump this black tank, test the air conditioner, all of those things. Get another shore cable so that we can test the air conditioner, and yeah, run all these things. So that's what's on tap for this boat. Really excited to have it. Really excited for what's to come. When I do tell you about the purpose of it, that'll be a series in and of itself that may last a while. So it'll be interesting. So this boat's going to have a prominent place in the channel for a little bit. So yeah, just stand by for that. And yeah, I have no idea what we're going to name it. We thought of some random names, but nothing has stuck yet. You know, my first name's Ken, so I thought about play on the Barbie movie, like Kenuff already, or the Mojo Dojo Casa Boat. I don't think the wife and the kids were too excited about those. They thought those weren't serious names. So yeah, we're still working it. We'll come up with something that military related, maybe family related, water related. I don't know. There's a million names, and 99% of them have already been taken. So yeah, that's the boat. If I think of anything I missed that I didn't talk about, I'll come back and talk about it. But I think that's everything. Yeah, if you think I made a great deal, let me know. If you think I made a terrible deal, let me know. I think people who don't know boats may think it's a lot to take on, with all of everything that needs to be done on the outside of this boat. The cleaning, the cockpit, the bimini, all that. It's a lot. They may think it's a good deal. For you boat folks, you may think that I stole this boat. You may think I should have paid a little bit less for it. But it's running. Running is good. The 2-engine boats with generators, there were a few of them out there that needed a little bit of work, for around $20K. So, and there was a couple others that had listed for a little bit cheaper than that. So they're out there. The deals can be right now. The boat prices seem to be coming down. So this one was, like I said, it's a 24-year-old, 23-year-old boat. The boats of that age with single engine are, like I said, are going between 9 and 15K, even with trailers. So if they're not in like immaculate shape, the immaculate ones, they want 15, they want 24. So not that much more expensive. But yeah, this is the one we got. We're going to get to cleaning it up later today or tomorrow. We're going to wash the outside, clean the inside, get this thing ready and presentable, and get it on the water in a few weeks. So yeah, that's it. Thanks guys. Like and subscribe. Hopefully boat content is hopefully this kind of content floats your boat. Yeah, I messed it up. But we're here. Like and subscribe. We'll catch you guys on the next one.